A good friend of mine with decades of experience in sales used to get frustrated with me when he'd hear me on a sales call because he'd be telling me to go in for the trial close. He'd always say, "You got to nudge for the close. You got to ask for the close. You got to go for the close." And I wouldn't. And inevitably, he'd hear the prospect on the phone say, "Okay, so what does it take to work with you?" And he'd just throw up his hands because it would happen all the time. I explained to him why I never have to go for the close, besides the fact that I'm following a sales process that's, new and fresh and works for smarter buyers. I explained to him, have you ever watched a blind runner race? So there's a runner who can't see the track or the obstacles. That's your prospect. They don't know the track. They don't know the obstacles. They don't know what it takes to actually get to the close. And then there's a sighted guide next to them who knows the path, who knows the goal, who knows every step. That's you. The guide does not run the race for the runner. They simply provide direction every step of the way. They're right there, lockstep, providing direction. So if you're the guide in this race, the runner, your prospect, trusts you to direct them towards the close. They assume that every step that you're taking is leading them towards the next logical step. But they're the ones who have to move forward one step at a time. Your job is to make sure that there are no obstacles and that they can take that step. The course ahead for them is unclear, but it is crystal clear to you. Your job isn't to carry them to the finish line. Your job isn't to nudge them or push them along. Your job is to hold them accountable for every step that they need to take to get to yes. If they hesitate, you stop and reset. If they get off track, you redirect them. That's what next step domination is all about. So there should never be a time where you get off the phone and you say something like, I'm waiting for the client to. Waiting for the client to do what? They're blind. You're not waiting for them to do anything. You should have a calendar invite already on their calendar. You should have already sent out the invitation before you got off the phone. That's the next logical step. Whatever that next logical step is, you need to be leading it and guiding them to execute it. That's what you want to do. So next time you're in a sales conversation, focus on holding your client, your prospect, accountable to the next step in the process. Remember, you're leading the charge. You're not waiting for permission.